Hello everybody, happy Friday! Hope you're doing very well, and today I've got something pretty cool to show you. It's a shirt that I've had for a little bit of time, and it was, let's just say, a nightmare to get a hold of. There's definitely a lot of perseverance when it came to this one, so I've waited plenty long enough. I want to see what it looks like in person. When I grab the package, it's probably going to give away who this is for, because this is what it comes in. Yes, you probably, if you're familiar with the club, you should already guess who this is, and that may already suggest to you, if you're familiar with my collection, that this is not necessarily a brand new shirt, it's simply a replacement. So let's hope it doesn't go as weird as the other video, and that's a shirt they ordered actually is here, because I really don't have a chance of getting another one. So this is very cool. Really excited. And we have the invoice, which is fine. And then we have the shirt, and there's nothing else there to worry about. Great. So, and we have something stuck to the old doodah. There we go. Now then, let's have a look at this amazing shirt. So, it's purple. It's a purple shirt. Maybe you don't necessarily associate it with a club. Maybe you do. They've had quite a few purple shirts over the years, third away shirts. You have a sponsor on the back there. Is there anything on the back of the neck? No, we have a plain back of the neck. Is there anything on the sleeve? There's nothing there. And then on this sleeve, we have, again, another sponsor. If we bring it round to the front, this is where it should hopefully stand out a little bit better. There it is. You see it before me. So let's hide that tag. It is there. So, it's depending on the lighting, and I am filming this in 4K for the first time, so that may or may not go right. It's got some artwork at the bottom, because otherwise it's just simply a purple design. You've got this almost like a scene, a battle scene at the bottom. You have the sponsor, which is, as far as I understand it, it's not really what people want to see on the shirt, especially something that's kind of a special shirt, but it's there for a reason, I suppose. And then you have it again above the club crest. You have the club crest, which is like I don't know, it's like a transfer, but it's a textured effect. The Nike logo is embroidered. And then you do have the medium sizing at the bottom, though, which is maybe the most interesting part from my point of view, is it says limited edition. Yes, it's a limited edition shirt, and this is number 121 out of 450. So not many of these were released, don't I know it, and number 121. So there we go. That's pretty cool. So there is the shirt. Let me dress the mannequin, and I'll explain to you a little bit about the reasoning why this one was released. Okay then, so there is the shirt, and you probably can't see the bottom of the artwork. It generally cuts off the bottom of the video. I'll put a reference to it on a photograph somewhere. This, of course, is AZ Alkmaar Zaanstreek, as they're known as, and it's their special edition shirt from this season. So I bought this one from the club store, as you can probably gather from the packaging it arrived in. This one only cost me £68, which is actually a pretty decent price for a special shirt. However, it was an absolute nightmare trying to get on, because obviously all of the fans, and chancers like myself, all swarmed to it, because I think they announced it was going to be, let's say for instance, midday, 12 o'clock when it was released. Everyone's on there. It crashes. It crashes and it crashes, it crashes. Now luckily I had the foresight to create an account before this began. If I hadn't done that, never would have got this shirt. And it was just a simple case of refresh, 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 and eventually you get to the product page. And then you've got all of the sizes available, because at this moment no one's had a chance to buy any, and you've got to hope that you get your size, which of course I wanted medium. And it was trying to get it into the car, trying to get into the car, trying to get the car. Eventually, it's in the car. Well, then you've got to then go to the car, and then you've got to keep going to the car, and then you've got to do your payment stuff, and it's just like 10 different pages that just took so long. I think it took me 2 hours. 2 hours to get this shirt. And everyone else was also complaining about it at the same time. And the difficulty is, of course, if you've ever tried to buy a special shirt, and obviously it's a limited only amount available, at the moment you add it to your cart as medium, fine. but it's not until it understands how many have been sold, or ones that do get sold, you might then suddenly be able to get to that final stage, click to buy, nothing left. So you just wasted 2 hours for literally nothing. So that's what I thought was going to happen. And I also thought it was a bit weird because when I made the purchase, didn't get anything from the club. Not straight away anyway. I thought, right, just waiting for a confirmation. My money had left my account, so at the very least, they had that. And then later on in the day, they said, congratulations, you're one of the 450 lucky people to grab this shirt. So I definitely felt like I worked for this one. And yeah, it was one of those ones where I actually got it. There's been many occasions where I've tried to get on limited shirts and I've just never got through to the website, or it's just always missed out on the size that I wanted. Namely, this Stuttgart shirt that's special this season, I got through eventually, and that took me hours, and medium had gone. Or large, technically. I was going for large because it was Jacko on. So this is pretty cool. So yeah, I bought it directly from the club store, and it arrived, like I said, probably about October time. So the club was founded in 1967, and they are, of course, from the city of Alkmaar. Now they play in the top division, and this season, at the time of recording, are 4th place. It's pretty decent going, isn't it? Last season, they finished in 4th place. Pretty decent going, isn't it? So they're consistent at the very least. And they've actually also won the league title twice before. So, you know, they've got a little bit of history behind them. So, when it comes to this shirt, why does it exist? Okay, so this is sort of celebrating the Siege of Alkmaar. And what effectively this is, it was the Spanish attacking the Dutch, and apparently this particular moment was the turning point, spoiler alert, of that particular battle, particular war, where the Dutch were able to fight off the Spanish. And apparently this is a celebrated moment every year on October the 8th, I think it was, which I presume is when this shirt would have been released, and maybe even worn during a game, because it was worn during a game. It's one against Ajax when they were not doing particularly great at the beginning of the season. And of course, AZ, they won. They won 2-1, so very well done to them. One thing I will say, though, is this is, of course, not my first Alkmaar shirt. It is this one here. It's a home shirt from 2013-2014. This is what it's replacing. Your traditional red and white colours, which of course are present in the crest. This is actually not a terrible shirt. It's also got an interesting collar. It's like they've missed that bit of the collar. Interesting, isn't it? Macron shirt. It's got the club name on the back. You can tell the period because it says the word Macron before they changed to the Hero logo. It's in pretty good nick. Of course, it's all brand new. So at some point that will be gone. But like always, it'll probably just stick around forever. And this is what I have. So I've been able to replace it with a limited shirt. The Dutch don't have too many limited shirts. Certainly the Germans are the ones that are firing ahead on that aspect. So other than the fact that it's got that amazing artwork at the bottom, which is great detailing, and it's based on a famous painting to do with the particular skirmish at that moment, it's a relatively simple shirt. It's just night teamwear. It's purple. But the fact that it also says limited on it, well, it means everything, doesn't it? It adds everything to it. No box arrived for this one. I wasn't expecting a box for this one, to be honest. But I have ordered some stuff today, actually. At the time of recording, I've ordered something. So we'll see how that one turns up. But there we go. That is this particular week's worth of football. It's been a Dutch week. It's been technically 2 Dutch special shirts, though the Den Bosch one is not quite as limited as this one here. Next week, I probably will start on a new country. Interesting, eh? Hope you have a great weekend ahead, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.